And here we are, Eery playing in blue, building that burial grounds on the bottom right of the map, and PorkRaven being super friendly today, saying have fun friend, is playing from the top left in orange, also as the Necromas, also building that burial grounds and building that storehouse on the resource line next to his settlement. Starting to annoy and kill a couple of those dinos over here to get the food. Eery doing the same, and it looks like they picked different talents. So yeah, that is very interesting already for the start of the game. PorkRaven picked the power hungry talent, which grants him 1 regeneration to all his units and a passive gaining of power points, while Eery went for the Unholy Allegiance talent, which makes units train 10% faster, but he also receives a free zombie every 30 seconds next to Char. So yeah, that is going to be interesting to see how these two talents match up against each other. And I totally agree, by the way, we definitely need a best of 7 land bridge only tournament, because that map freaking rocks. I don't know why these guys made me ban it from the tournament, but they were so annoying, telling me, oh no, land breach, we can't play on land breach, you need to get rid of land breach. And then I finally decided, okay, you know, whatever, let's just remove land breach from the map pool. But it's a shame, because it's a really cool, fun and diverse map in my honest opinion. But you know, you can't have everything, life sucks. So here we are playing on the Overlook. Eery killing the dinos in the middle of the map to get that shrine, while PorkRaven killed the dinos over here, but he forgot to take the shrine, so he has to send a zombie over to finally get that shrine. I haven't seen that before, that somebody forgets to get the shrine. Little scouting going on by PorkRaven as well. I like that very much. That's the kind of play that we don't see very often yet, because players are still, you know, figuring out things a little bit. You need to be careful to not lose this one adept over here. So yeah, he pulls back very nice. But yeah, we don't see that very often, you know. Just take a zombie, they're exposable, they don't cost anything, you know. Just pick one and split them off from your army and just send them, you know, around the map and see what your opponent is doing, because that scouting information can be so important.
Bring out your dead.
Eery rallying all his units over the map, with PorkRaven coming in from the right side, trying to steal the shrine from Eery. I don't know what Eery's doing. Why is he not sending a unit over here just to check if that shrine is unprotected and just get it? Building a settlement now in the middle of the map. Let's see what PorkRaven is doing. PorkRaven actually sitting on double burial grounds, building blowgunners, so no settlement play from him, no economy play. He's gonna go aggressive with his military. But interestingly enough, even though Eery only has 1 burial grounds and went for the settlement, his army still seems to look a bit bigger than PorkRaven. So it looks like PorkRaven did a little macro slip up or something, because his army does not look as scary as Eery's. And oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, no, he's gonna lose all the blowgunners because he was too greedy. He wanted to do some kiting. Okay, he plops down the Ancestor's ability. Okay, that was kind of saving him over there, you know. Very clutch play by PorkRaven. Last second, he calls down the Ancestor zombies just to create that little beefy meat line between him or his blowgunners and Eery's army to, you know, I don't even know how he got out of this. That was so close. If he would have lost all these blowgunners, the game would be over, but he might still lose them right now. Eery's so aggressive that he actually ran past the army. He wanted to get the full surround, but actually went way too fast. But it still does not look too good for PorkRaven, who was completely out of position with his adapts over here. And yeah, PorkRaven is doing what he can. Kiting the settlement finish. That is kind of lucky for him. Eery also using the Ancestor's ability right now. It's gonna be a very close fight, but I feel like ultimately PorkRaven might be able to defend this with the settlement fire, and Char at least goes down. And I think Char went down for both of these guys. I feel like, yeah, both of these players lost Char. So That was a pretty big engagement over here. Now, how does it look? It doesn't look too hard for PorkRaven, who has a much bigger army left, I feel like, but he's so far behind in economy. 32 workers to 19 only. Oh my god, that is brutal. Eery has a much superior economy at the moment, even building the first witch doctor huts and going for the fire elementals. I think I need to turn down the effects just a little bit so you can hear me better. Yeah, it's looking rough for Raven in this first game of the series. It's coming forward with the blowgunners, trying, just checking if he can maybe achieve something, snipe a unit, pick off, you know, an adept or maybe even a zombie. Even though they're free, I mean, you still kind of want to get rid of them. If it's for free, of course. You never want to trade units against zombies, but if you can just get rid of them for free, that is very nice. So let's see what Eery. Oh no, it's actually PorkRaven that went to tier 2. That is very interesting. On so few workers, PorkRaven actually managed to somehow squeeze in the settlement upgrade and go to tier 2. And now Eery's doing the same, just poking in with the high range fire elementals, just seeing if there's anything that he can kill for free. And yeah, he got a couple of units, so that's very nice. Let's see, what is PorkRaven gonna do? He's also building the first witch doctor hut over here, so he also wants to go into the fire elementals, I feel like. Still being active with the blowgunners, sniping as well, but he really needs to be careful, because even though he has more blowgunners than there is fire elementals at the moment, of course these fire elementals are much stronger than the blowgunners. I mean, just compared to stats, it's 100 HP and 10 damage compared to 225 HP and 13 damage, so they are more than, like, at least HP wise, more than double as beefy. Also have quite a bit more damage. So, and of course don't forget that they also deal bonus damage against ranged units. So against these blowgunners, it's not 13 damage, is actually 17 damage actually, so that's quite a lot.
Command us. Life is but a phase.
I live to serve.
And Eery's economy is just growing and growing and growing. 53 villagers already sitting on quite a significant amount of farms. Not going for another settlement though. Okay, now he's doing it. Now he's just started building it over here on the berry, so that's a very nice placement. Kind of securing this side of the map, securing the crystal, also giving a little bit of defense for that shrine over here. I mean, the settlement cannot quite reach it, but still, if you want to defend it with a couple of units over here, you can just kite back and then use the fire of the settlement to somewhat defend the shrine. And of course, also later in the game, you can just build a market over here and just start trading with that settlement over here for a very nice distance and a very nice crystal income. Little fighting going on over here, nothing special. And interestingly enough, Eery, who has the much better economy, has not researched the upgrade for the fire elementals yet, casting down the death claws, not really achieving anything. But PorkRaven, who's sitting on a much weaker economy, already has the upgrade. So now he has lava elementals instead of fire elementals, who have this super crazy strong ability where they can blow up themselves and deal massive area of effect damage. Okay, now Eery has it as well. Okay, so we're on even footing again. And let's see what Eery's gonna do with them. Little raid going on over here, sending just a couple of adepts over the map, trying to see if he can do something, because he figured, alright, we're both building, also a fight going on in the middle of the map. We are both building ranged units now, fire elementals, lava elementals, blowgunners, whatever. So these adepts are really exposable. So I'm just gonna use my adepts, send them over the map and see if I can snipe something. And yeah, he already killed 3 houses. That is absolutely huge. PorkRaven is supply capped at 64 out of 50. So he really needs to build a couple of houses and spend quite a bit of resources to get that supply up and running again.
How can we serve?
Eery now using all his fire elementals, or rather lava elementals, to see if he can maybe use the ability on a couple of villages that are stacked up on a berry patch or something, which would be absolutely massive. PorkRaven checking if he can maybe use these 2 fire lava elemental, sorry, to trigger the ability right in the middle of Eery's army when he's not looking. So you really need to always be careful that there's no lava elementals coming in and just blowing your stuff up. A very intensive matchup. These two guys over here, oh my god, oh my god, 9 workers, is he gonna do it? He's gonna do it, oh my god, and boom! That was 9 workers just going down in flames, and that was such a big blow to PorkRaven's economy. Poor PorkRaven, only 31 workers left. Also, at the same time, a huge attack coming in by Eery, who has so many zombies at the moment. So yeah, he picked the Master of Death talent that increases the maximum amount of zombies to 18. And another supernova coming down over here, killing a couple of those blowgunners. Not the best connection, but better than nothing. PorkRaven also tries to do something, but only killing a couple of cheap, or rather free zombies, and losing the elemental in the process. So that was not the best trade overall. Eery coming in again, and another big chunk of workers going down for PorkRaven. Eery is not giving that guy a break. Still pressuring on this side of the map. There's just nothing here. Deathglow coming down for PorkRaven, kind of as last-ditch effort to defend this, but he just does not have the army number. Eery also attacking on the other side, and another explosion going down and killing so many workers once again. That is incredible. Eery is playing out of his mind at the moment, constantly using those fire elementals to kill the economy of PorkRaven. And he's not giving up on this side either, he just keeps coming in, and yeah, PorkRaven, he just does not have many units. It's 180 supply for Eery compared to the 50 of PorkRaven. Does not look too good, and PorkRaven indeed calling the GG, realizing that he does not have a chance anymore to come back into this game. So he taps out, and we are going to go to the second game of the series. The economy difference in this game was just absolutely massive. 24k, or almost 25k to only 14k. You can see that there's really a huge difference. Alright, looks like these two guys are back in business and ready for the second game. Okay, so PorkRaven wants to play on Frozen Waste. Is there a reason to build anything else but lava elementals? In the mid game of Necroma's Mirror, he wants to be bottom left. Sure, why not? In the Necroma's Mirror in the mid game, not really, I would say. Because they're just such a strong unit and also have really high utility. You can use them for so much. You can use them for just straight up fighting, kiting, harassing, flanking with the supernova ability. They're just really strong units, and yeah, I don't see that there's anything else you can build in the mid game that would be better. And here we go into the second game of this series. PorkRaven is trailing. He needs to win 2 games in a row or he will be eliminated from the tournament, and Eery just needs to win 1 more map to advance to the next round of the losers bracket of the Chief of the Stone Age Invitational. We're playing on Frozen Wastes, once again in Necroma's Mirror. So let's go. Oh no, it's actually, oh my god, it's actually not a Necroma's Mirror. Eery actually changed factions. So he's now playing as the Wildlanders. And PorkRaven is the only guy who's still on the Necroma's faction. So I didn't expect that, but it's of course cool for us to see a different matchup. So yeah, let's see how Eery plays the Wildlanders against the oh so powerful Lava Elementals. PorkRaven opening with the Burial Grounds over here. Creeping some dinosaurs, going for the small ones first to get that quick food boost at the start before he starts transitioning to go for the big boys over here. And Eery looks like a stable opening. It looks like Eery wants to go for those Triceratops because he feels like, at least that's what I think he feels like, yeah, this is a big map, so I'm not gonna bother with the barracks units at the start. I'm gonna go for the fast units, for the fast and tanky units, and completely outplay my opponent, run circles around him, harass him left, harass him right, and then I'm gonna go to tier 2 and get that splash damage upgrade for the Triceratops, and that's what's gonna win me the game. Even late, I feel like that amount of splash seems very strong. No, late game, you want to transition into golems and witch doctors, of course, because witch doctors are much better when it comes to splash damage. If you're fighting witch doctors with fire elementals or lava elementals, you are gonna lose. And also those golems are really strong because you need that tank line, and they are also very good at harassing. If you use the ability of them, that gives them so much more speed and also more damage, you can just run circles around your opponent and snipe buildings here, snipe economy there. So it's really a mid-game unit that you at some point want to transition out of. It's definitely not a unit that you can spam for the whole game. No, not at all. PorkRaven, already 2 shrines for him, which is the advantage that you have if you go for barracks play. You get those units faster, those cheap units faster, so you can start killing the dinos and get the shrines. Well, if you open stable, which Eery actually didn't do. Wow, okay, I was wrong. He was actually building a settlement and now he's going for the barracks. So my bad, guys, my fault. Sorry, I was really 100% sure that Eery would go for the stable play, but he did not. He actually went for the super fast and defensive settlement right next to the berries, to the second berries, kind of in his main base already. So he's sitting at a super defensive stance over here, has the double settlement fire to help him defend, and now he is transitioning into double barracks. So no stable play at all from Eery. Very surprising in my opinion, but I guess that's how he wants to play, and now he needs to be very careful because only that one rangy boy over here against all these adepts. But I still think, even though it's so many adepts, that he cannot really push into 2 settlements over here. Now he tries to snipe one of the barracks, but that is just never going to work against all the DPS output from 2 settlements, a couple of archers in the back. Now that is not going to work, so he needs to go back. Does he have a settlement? No, he does not, because he went for 2 burial grounds, so he wanted to go for that aggression. And it did not really do anything for him, which means that at 4 minutes into the game, Eery is already once again sitting at a healthy economy advantage. 26 villagers to only 20. PorkRaven really needs to be creative now. He needs to find a way to come back into this game, either by, I don't know, maybe There's one lonely zombie boy over here just protecting the crystals, checking if Eery at some point wants to go for them, but that's gonna take quite some time until these crystals ran out over here. But yeah, I feel like he has two options right now. Either he stops making military units and just banks up some resources, you know, creeps all the dinos off the map to get that extra food and build like 2 settlements right away, you know, to counter Eery's boomy build with an even more greedy build, or he needs to somehow find an opening where he can do damage, but it's gonna be really hard because Eery is not even planning on really transitioning to other berries on the map because he's already switching into farms.
Ready and able.
Looks like he really wants to be super... Oh, wow, oh my god. I love this actually. PorkRaven sends over 2 villagers to build a tower on the shrine to just deny Eery that shrine. I have never seen that kind of play before and I love it. It definitely comes at a price, of course, because you already do not have a very big economy, very low worker count, and then sending 2 of them over, not really doing anything except building the tower is costly. It really takes away a lot of your already low income. But I still think it's cool because it will really deny 3 shrines from Eery. Eery will not be able to get this one over here because PorkRaven built a settlement over here. Eery will not be able to get this one because he's got a settlement over here as well. And this one is defended by a tower. So I love that play. I really do love that play by PorkRaven. It's great. I love it. So for like a large majority of the game, PorkRaven will be sitting on 3 shrines, but he cannot afford to lose units to... Wow, the Deathclaw's going down, and the Deathclaw's actually doing lots of damage to these archers. Does Eery have the regeneration talent? Okay, he does have the regeneration talent, so at least he can heal those units back up, but that was quite a big amount of damage to the army of Eery, who's now started to also build Triceratops. Interestingly enough, PorkRaven built that tower to defend that shrine, but he didn't really get it, so... That's an oversight by him, to say the least, but he's getting it now. So he will have that really healthy power income. What Eery Mule, still calling him Eery Mule all the time, which was his name in a different game, but now he's only called Eery. So Eery, oh my god, he really needs to be careful. He cannot be sandwiched over here by all these... Oh my god, he really needs to run. Run for your life, buddy, or you are going to lose. Oh my god, he cannot find. There's another Deathclaw is going down, also Ancestors, and yeah, that's once again massive damage to the archers of Eery, but it's not enough because it's only damaging them, but it's not killing them, so they can heal back up once again. And the army of PorkRaven is not looking too good once again. The tower, of course, is helping him out quite a lot, but the amount of units that Eery has over here is just so insanely high that it's gonna be really tricky for PorkRaven to keep defending his position over here. It's also using those 2 villagers, so it's only one of them left, to steal some of the crystals from Eery.
What is our mark?
Look at that army by Eery. It's absolutely massive. Eery now going to tier 2, while PorkRaven once again went to a very fast tier 2 on the low economy. But this time it's not too bad actually. Sitting on a somewhat healthy amount of workers, 43, that's not too bad, but I feel like he really needs to go back. He defended this position for long enough, but he needs to give it up right now. He really needs to give it up. His army just has no business here anymore because it's just way too tiny, way too weak, not even good units, small amount of units and bad units for this stage of the game. He is now transitioning into the fire elementals again, which I like, and now researching the eruption upgrade, while Eery is going for the stampede upgrade. So the eruption upgrade is just generally a very strong upgrade in almost any situation, but the stampede upgrade is kind of a counter to the eruption upgrade, because the Triceratops of course do not die as fast to the supernova ability because they're very high HP, and if you can get on top of them with the bonus damage and the splash damage, they are really good against fire or lava elementals. So PorkRaven now needs to be very careful to not take this engage over here, but this is very smart by him. Just Deathclaw is coming down and oh my god, god, the damage output is just insane. Someone nerf that tower, please. Absolutely brutal. But yeah, that was smart play by him, just tucking those units behind those two buildings in the choke, so he can get the full range damage output while all the Triceratops are kind of blocking themselves over here. So that was a very nice micro. And the upgrade finished as well. So now Eery is not only dealing with fire elementals, he's now dealing with the lava elementals. So he needs to be careful at all times that his army is not going to get blown to bits by the supernova ability. Bone tower coming down by PorkRaven. Wants to fortify his position a little bit. Eery sending a couple of stampeding Triceratops down the map, trying to see if he can find some workers over here that he can kill with the splash damage, but there's nothing over here. PorkRaven is just content sitting on the top side of the map in his main base, building a couple of farms over here, He still has lots of crystal in the back that he can use. He should clear those dinos though. And Eery's archers now running over the map as well, trying to see if they can find something. Oh my god, there's actually another settlement by PorkRaven that he sneakily built over here. These archers find it, and another death clause is coming down, and Eery is not looking! Oh my god, Eery! He's losing so many archers to the death clause. I mean, ultimately, he can kind of afford it because the archers are not that useful anymore anyways, but still, that was so costly. And boom! Oh my god, that was another 6 and 7 archers just instantly getting absolutely evaporated by that ability. And now Eery is here with the Triceratops, but it's just not enough. Also building some saber-tooth archers for that ranged support DPS. What is going on over here? A couple of Triceratops trying to do some harassment. They're probably going to kill that tower and that villager, but there's not much over here. Big engagement going on over here though. Eery's army is just not looking too big. I mean, it's not looking small either. One ability I think went off over here, killing the villagers on the farms and also damaging those farms quite a bit. Triceratops still standing strong over here, but now they have to fight against lacerating bone adepts and a couple of zombies. And even though they do some splash damage, I feel ultimately Eery with the micro clutch, not wasting any chance to do some sick micro to get the most value out of his units. But there's a couple of more bone adepts coming in, so ultimately he lost it. Supplies are kind of even though PorkRaven needs to be careful. Ability going down, but yeah, that's what I said. It really does not do too much against Triceratops, at least not if you only have a couple of fire elementals. If you have like 10 of them, of course, yeah, then you can also use the Triceratops. But you cannot get those, you know, those sneaky lucky shots into the middle of the army with just 2 or 3 and expect to kill half of the army. That is not going to happen with these beefy units over here. Now Eery sending all his units over to the proxy settlement of PorkRaven, trying to see if he can kill it. And there's the army of PorkRaven coming in to defend. Eery with the meteor, Oh, that was so close. That was so close. My god. Does he have
loyalty and honor?
Oh yes, he also researched the rapid fire upgrade for the saber-tooth archers, so they are now saber-tooth assassins, which means that they have an active ability with which they can increase their attack speed and their range for quite a bit, for a couple of seconds. Meteor and Deathclaws coming down, both of them completely missing. Huge ability trigger there by PorkRaven, but really missing completely once again. Also building some Blizzard Elementals now, who are really strong against those Triceratops. Also the Lava Elemental is doing a great job. He has the Fletching upgrade that gives the range units +1 damage. So PorkRaven's army really is not looking too shabby right now. He's got all the tools to beat Eery's army. So I feel like Eery really needs to get a good engagement with a good surround or a good flank. He cannot just run into this army straight up. He cannot headbutt right into the Blizzard Elementals and the range DPS of the Lava Elementals. That is not going to work anymore, I feel like, unless somehow he gets a huge advantage in upgrades or supply. But as it stands, I feel like he needs to be very, very careful. PorkRaven. I feel like this is not the engagement that he wants though. I feel like that is not the best engagement. Some of the lava elements coming in, blowing up, doing quite a bit of damage to the Triceratops, and there's not too many left. A couple more coming in full HP, but I feel like Eery really has a nice split going on. His army was very separated over here, attacking from all sides. Another huge ability trigger, but he just runs back. You cannot do that because the ability actually also does friendly damage to all your units. If you use it, you lose 25 HP on every lava elemental that used it. So just triggering it and then being like, oh no, I'm not gonna use it after all, and just going back is really not the way to go. You cannot do that. It's too costly, and now Eery is really shooting ahead in supply. 180 to only 125. But PorkRaven, he is going to tier 3. He's upgrading his settlement once again, getting another ranged upgrade for his ranged units, the obsidian arrows, giving them +2 damage and +1 range. So I feel like he might be looking to go into the Witch Doctors, which would be of course a very great choice against these already pretty low HP, very hurt and bruised Triceratops, and of course the saber-tooth assassins who will go absolutely get absolutely shreked by the Witch Doctors. So let's see what he's gonna do. Yeah, he actually starts building the Witch Doctors and also starts the Curses upgrade, which gives the Witch Doctors even larger area of effect damage. Eery now coming in with a huge raid from the bottom of the map, trying to go for some of the buildings, and he can also snipe one of those Witch Doctors coming out. He needs to be very careful. Oh my god, it goes down instantly. Death Claws also coming down on the saber-tooth archers. Eery with another big raid over here, and there's so many workers on this crystal. I mean, it's almost depleted, but still losing 12 workers or so is really not what PorkRaven can afford right now, who's only sitting on 50 villagers right now. Needs to be very careful. Luckily for him, he's sitting on a very, very juicy bank of crystal. Our settlement just finishing in the neck of time. Little raid going on over here. That's an interesting raiding party. Couple of zombies and one blizzard elemental just hacking away on that storehouse and the workers that were on it. Another couple of blizzard elementals coming in over here defending that raid, and yeah, they are just really, really strong units, especially in low numbers. Ancestor's ability is getting called down for a couple more zombies to get that extra tank line for the blizzard elementals. They are just getting rid of that army by Eery. Eery now going for the T-Rex. Rage upgrade is in queue, so those T-Rex will then be the counter to the Witch Doctors, because they're very beefy and also do the splash damage. Another little raid going on over here. Just look at that whitey boy over here just slapping away at the buildings and doing so much damage. Another Ancestor's ability is called down, but it's not really going to do much because it was called down in the range of the settlement. But is he going to get the... He's actually going to get the smithery with this little pathetic raiding party over here, and that is huge. That means Eery will have to build another huge engagement going down over here. I almost missed it. Eery pushing in hard with the T-Rex. The rage upgrade just finished, but there's still so many Witch Doctors left in the back, but I feel like it's not gonna be enough. I mean, the splash damage is all good and fine, but yeah, it's not enough damage to actually get rid of so many T-Rex. 170 supply for Eery against only 84 supply by PorkRaven. It's not looking too good. Meteor coming down on the trade route of PorkRaven and the Witch Doctors, and that is the nail in the coffin for PorkRaven, typing the GG in the chat and tapping out, which means that he will be the next guy who bites the dust in this tournament. He is now eliminated. Thank you very much for playing, PorkRaven. It was a pleasure watching your games. You brought up a hell of a fight. Eery was just too good today. Thank you, Eery, for playing as well, and Eery will be the next guy who's advancing to the next round of the Chief of the Stone Age Invitational Tournament.